everybody, it's Debbie here and welcome back to my crafty den. So today I'm doing another tag, and there's a few people now that have told me that they get so that they're looking forward to Tag Tuesdays, and I think that that's just awesome. So I have an idea for this tag. I'm not going in blind today. I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start by taking the tag and putting on some gesso. It needs some gesso. So I need a brush, and I'll just put the gesso on here. So I have a friend in the crafty den with me today. My little granddaughter is here, and she's painting a picture for me at the other end of the table. I think that's awesome. She doesn't know whether she wants to talk on the video yet or not, so we'll just wait and see if that happens. Are you going to say hi?
Hi.
So I have this idea because Beth's here. It kind of gave me an idea. We were looking through one of my old art journal books, and there was an art journal page that I did quite a long time ago that I thought would be really cute as a tag. So I think that's what I'm going to do today. So lots of gesso on here, enough to give it a good coat everywhere. And then I'm not going to gesso the other side of this though, because I think I'm going to add, I'm going to glue a piece to the other side. So when I do, it'll stiffen this up a little bit. So I think I'll just gesso it. And then I am going to use my homemade acrylic and gesso. I kind of use this as a texture paste, and I'm not going to texture the whole thing, but I am going to take a card and I'm going to put a few of these flowers on here, just the flowers, to give it a little bit of texture, not a whole bunch. I don't think it's going to need tons. This stencil is a little bit thicker than the other stencil that I've been using on my tags, so this is going to give it some nice texture when I paint over it. Let's see which flowers I'm going to use. I need a big one down here. That flower's a little bit bigger. I'll have to, there. And another one, part of another one here, I think. Or maybe this little one. This little one will be good. There, just a little bit of texture. So I'll be right back because I'm just going to dry this, and you don't want to watch that. It's dry. I'm back. It's pretty good. I dried it so it was solid enough that I could put my colors on. So I'm going to put, I think I want some of this blue and some of this green. Oops, better give it a good shake. Just a little bit down here. And I'm going to put some of this up here. Yeah, I love this tropical blue. My favorite before was that sky blue, but this tropical blue is really pretty. There, very good. And then some of the green down at the bottom. I'm not even changing paintbrushes. I'm just going with it. I'm going to go up to here, and then I'm going to go like this. Whoops, take a little bit of that off of there. A little bit of the, you know how sometimes your paint goes a little bit hard on the top of it, and so when you pour it out, you get a little chunk? I think that's what that was. There. And I'm just going to hit it with the heat tool for just a second. Isn't it pretty, that tropical blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you using it for your ocean? Bethy's painting me a picture, and it's got some mountains and an ocean, and I think it's going to look quite marvelous. We're going to put it in my art journal when we're done, aren't we?
Yeah.
She'll have her very own page in the art book. Now, I want to kind of highlight these flowers that I raised a little bit here with, maybe I'll use the tube of acrylics, and I'll use this cadmium yellow. That might be just the thing. We'll just put a teeny tiny little dab there. And I'm just going to use my finger and dab it on. And just highlight just a little bit. There. So there, we have a good background. And now I need, what is it that I need? I need a couple of circles and some different shapes. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go off camera, and I am gonna go through my paper scrap box and see if I can find just the colors that I want for this. So I'll be right back. And I am going to cut 2 circles. Two different sizes. So what have I got that I can do this? That would make a good one right there. So I'll just trace this. And a smaller one. Maybe the size of the lid. But yeah, this one would be good. So I'm going to cut that circle out. And then I'm going to cut, oh, this will be a perfect little circle. This circle out. Okay, one of the other things that I want to cut out is a little teardrop shape. And I'm going to use this one. And I'm just going to freehand these. They don't have to be perfect. There. And this one for the bigger one.
If you decide to move, you're gonna have to say, sorry that we weren't able to do it, like, takes care of her. But that's never bad.
And I have to do this. I need some little strips. There. Now, I'm going to glue some of these together. And I'm going to use, what am I going to use to glue this together? I think that this is good enough. I can just use it. There. I like this little tube because, and I just refill it, but I like it because it's kind of easy to use. So I'm going to put this one up here.
And probably because you're able to refill it.
Yeah. This one up here. And I'm going to put this little one.
Look at the paintbrush. Granny, doesn't it look cool with the paintbrush?
Yeah.
Because the colors that I was.
And this little one down here. Like that. And then I'm going to put, I can't remember who did this first. I think the very first place I ever saw these birds made was on a video by Cat Hand. And that's her YouTube channel, is Cat Hand.
So don't forget to go and check it out.
That's right. If you're interested at all in mixed media art, there's two ladies that I like to follow. One is Cat Hand, is her YouTube name. And the other one is Karen Birchhill. And she's called, her YouTube
Video
name, or her art name, is Creative Katie, K-A-D-Y. But I think it goes under Karen Birchhill. If you look Karen Birchhill, then I think she's pretty easy to find. So I need, where's my little screw right there? I'm going to put, oh, I should put the legs on first. So, yes, I should put these legs on first. This would be good if I put the glue on the back and not the front, wouldn't it?
Yep. I'm a kid.
You're saying that because you're a kid?
Yep. Why wouldn't I?
Well, there's nothing better than Granny and Beth time in the craft room, is there? This is our favorite spot, isn't it?
Besides getting a puppy.
Oh, getting a puppy would be better than this?
Maybe.
Maybe. You already have 2 dogs.
Well, I need a puppy. I need a German Shepherd.
No?
Hear that?
I don't think
if
so.
Granny makes it to 200 subscribers, she's got to buy me a puppy.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we're going to make that a contract.
Please make her get 200 subscribers.
No, I don't think you can hold me to that.
But
I don't think you can hold me to that.
See, Granny?
Well, they are adorable when they're puppies. These little pieces are really hard for my fingers to hold on to. But we're getting them done.
So you hear that?
So there's the base right there. And now I need a little bit of paint and a marker. And I also need, in my ephemera box maybe, I can find a couple of googly eyes if I can find the small ones. Put the big one there because I love it. And I do think I have a smaller one. Ah, right there. I don't have very many of them left, but I do have them.
People, that's why artists are so organized.
You think I'm organized?
That's why
not
you're
so.
always supposed to be organized.
That's why you should be organized. I'm not that organized, am I?
Nope.
So that was a couple of interruptions, but we're back. And I'm still working on this tag. I'm going to use my glossy accents to put these little... Every time I get my glossy accents, I have to get something to poke this out with, remember? I'm going to use the glossy accents to put those googly eyes on because I've never had one come off when I use this. It's an extremely strong glue, but I can't even get into it this time. Oh, there. It hardens just like cement. And it does. Bethy's grinning at me, but it does. It hardens just like cement. So if you glue with these glossy accents, and it just takes, I'll show you, it takes that big of a little dot. And this won't ever come back off of here. There. I don't even know if I can put a small enough dot on this one. Oh, the kitty's in here with us. It's a regular family day, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yep, a regular family day.
Guys, please.
So this is the beginning. This is the, she keeps on saying that if you give me 200 subscribers that I have to buy her a puppy, but it's not a deal. It's not a deal.
You hand shook on it.
No, I didn't. So, I haven't been able to get this black line around here like I want, so I'm actually going to go to my Uniball. I want this to be a nice dark black line. It's going to go around like this, and then I'm going to put that on there like that. And I'm going to turn these legs into little stripes like this, because they're just so stinking cute when you do them this way. So yeah, I started to say that this is the beginning of March break. And Bethy's off school for a whole week now. Aren't ya?
So we're planning on maybe doing a vlog tomorrow when we go to Dollarama if the roads are good.
Yes, we've already discussed that. We might go do a shop with us tomorrow. Because if the roads are good, if it's not snowing, we'll go, because it's quite a drive. We have to go out of town to do a Dollarama.
Got to go all the way to Peterborough from Minden.
That's a long way. It takes us about an hour to get there. And we decided that we'd go pick her cousin up if she wants to come with us. And the two girls and I would go to Peterborough and we'll have lunch together. And we'll do a shop with us at Dollarama and Dollar Tree and Michael's, and we'll just do all the rounds, and we'll just go to all the places.
Everywhere, even out of Italy.
No, we can't go to Italy, honey. You have to do a plane for that.
Oh, yeah. We can swim.
We're going to swim to Italy, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's our plan for tomorrow. And I've got Bethy for a couple of days so that her sister can get some rest. My other granddaughter had some serious health issues this week. And
we're not going to say her name.
She's had a bout of tummy pains for the last couple of months. And they haven't been able to figure out what it was. They keep, I mean, she's not that old. She's only... How old is she?
17.
She's 17. Yeah. And she's had a terrible, terrible bout with these abdominal pains. And they keep sending her home saying that it's just girl problems and, you know, just regular girl stuff. I think that she's kind of been sugarcoating how much pain she's been in, because it turned out that when they finally sent her to a bigger hospital out of town and they did some tests, the poor girl had so many gallstones that she had to have her gallbladder out. So she's home after surgery, and this is day one. She had her surgery yesterday, or she had her surgery the day before, so this is day 2. So this is her first full day being home. She came home yesterday. And she's doing remarkably well. I went out and visited her for a couple of hours. She is walking all by herself, and she's getting up and doing her stuff that she needs to do.
The only thing she can't do is bend.
Yeah, she can't bend very good, can she?
She can only bend with her knees, not her stomach.
Of course not. Yeah. So she's in a lot of pain. I was there a few years ago, and the funny thing is, how old are you, Bethy?
I am 9.
The day that Bethy was born, I got my gallbladder out, and so this is a funny story. I went to the hospital to get my gallbladder out, and while I was there getting my surgery. And it's just an in and out. It's an outpatient thing. So you go in first thing in the morning. I got there about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. Went in for my surgery, and while I was in there, got a text message saying that my daughter-in-law had been taken to the hospital because she'd gone into labor. And it just happened to be the same hospital. So I had my gallbladder out, and when they...
7 different hospitals.
No, the day that I had my gallbladder out, they put me in the wheelchair to wheel me down to the door so that my husband could put me in the car and take me home. And I wouldn't let them do that. I made them take me to the maternity ward instead because I had to go and see my brand new grandbaby. So they just wheeled me from one floor to the next. And I went and held my wonderful Bethy in my arms. And she is here today. So that was one of my best days ever, was the day my Bethy was born.
And the day that Tori was born.
And the day that Tori was born, and the day that Maddie and the day Amber and the day Josh were born. My grandchildren are the world to me. Aren't they, Boo?
Yep.
Yeah.
What color should I do?
Yeah, my grandchildren are the world to me. So there we go. There's my little card. I am going to put a sentiment on here. I'm just going to put the word love because it's so appropriate.
For what we were just talking
Yeah,
about.
did you see my card, Boo?
Oh.
Yeah. So that's me and that's you. I'm the big bird and you're the little bird. Okay. So before I do that, oh, isn't that adorable? Oh, your picture is so good.
Top, I can't figure
So before I do that, I'm going to go all around my card and I'm going to make my edge.
You said a couple of years ago.
It was a few years ago, wasn't it? It was a few years ago.
9 years ago, people.
9 years.
That was in 2008.
Yep.
August 18th.
It was a special day, that's for sure.
I was supposed to be born on the 29th.
But you weren't, were ya?
Nope.
No.
You were supposed to be good by then.
I was supposed to be good enough to look after your sister by then, wasn't I?
Yep.
But instead, you were a little bit of a surprise coming early.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because we couldn't wait anyway. We couldn't wait any longer.
They had to call her from Walmart. They were in there picking out clothes, but they wouldn't tell them if I were a boy or a girl. So when they finally got the boy clothes and the girl clothes, their names got called down, and they saw the hospital right there.
Who was that?
That was when Mom had C-section, so she wasn't in labor.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot they did that.
They did C-section.
And they called her and said from her last ultrasound, the doctor wanted her in there. So it was all good. All good. Children are such a blessing. There.
It was all good, and then I popped out.
And then you popped out. And life has been interesting ever since, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Of course it has. So I'm outlining these letters.
And I just messed up.
Beth is taking all of the extra paints that she had. She just waved to you. And she is putting them all on some pieces of paper so they don't get wasted, because we can't get them back into the jars from the palette.
And I'm
And
making colors.
she blended a whole bunch of colors together, and they looked really sharp. But then what happened, Beth?
It turned brown.
It turned brown. She had nice swirls happening, and then she blended them together so much that they turned brown.
So I'm going to try
And and everybody messes up because I just messed up a little bit right there. See what I did?
Uh-huh.
I slipped with my marker. And I'm going to try to wipe that off with that and then paint over top of it with a little bit more paint. Just a little bit more paint.
if you need any colors, I might have some.
Actually, I might have to take, to get rid of that now, I might have to take a little wee bit of this gesso and put it on there. Let's see if I can do that and fix that.
I think I have an idea to make it work this time.
There. So yeah, I'm going to
So purple and pink looked good when you mixed
put a little bit of gesso on that.
I'm gonna make it
And then let it dry. And then I can paint over that black. But I can touch that up once I get them glued on too. So I'm going to glue my letters onto this paper.
Okay, I'm going to make you a little bit of purple and pink mixed.
Listen, who wants to come in and visit us?
No, I think she wants to.
I think she's out in the hallway, honey. I think she went out when you went out and she wants to come back in now.
Yep.
Now.
Why can't I come in?
Now, I have help to make a decision here if I have to. I'm wondering if I should put these letters down here like this, Elizabeth.
Like what?
Should I put these letters down the side like this, all crooked? Like that?
That looks cool.
That looks cool, you think? Or straight across the top, nice and even?
Crooked.
Crooked? Okay. I think crooked looks pretty cool too.
If you guys don't like it, well, you can put it the way that you want when you make it.
That's right. And none of these cards that I make, or none of these tags that I make,
They're always going to be what you like.
they're not going to be, no tag is going to be what everybody likes. But you know what?
What?
They're going to be really easy things. Like this is a really easy thing. What did I use on this? I used 2 colors of paint, and I cut some scraps of paper out and glued them on and used a marker to draw some lines around them and draw stripes on the legs. And that's all I did to make this tag. So it's something that somebody could make really, really easily, couldn't they? Mm-hmm. Yep. So there we go, and that's pretty much done except for letting it dry. And there's something that I might do. I might take this tiny teeny little paintbrush right here and a little bit of that cadmium yellow that I had. Just a tiny bit. I might even use it right out of the end of the tube. And put some yellow in their tail feathers. Because they both have yellow in these circles.
Ooh, looks pretty cool. This Granny.
Put some there. I think that's a little better.
Look at this color.
Oh, that's a nice dark purple.
It's pink, blue, and purple.
Awesome. Are you doing what I do sometimes? Are you just experimenting with color to see what happens?
Yep. I don't even know what these colors make. I knew what pink and purple made. I didn't know.
What do pink and purple usually make?
A light pink. I mean a light purple.
A light purple.
No light pink, because purple's darker than pink.
What colors do you use to make purple, do you know?
Red and blue.
Very good.
Light pink is white and pink. And the thing is, if you always want to make stuff light, add white to it. And here's how you'll remember. Light and white.
There. I think that just makes her tail feathers pop a little bit more. So, this is the tag for tag 2. That's it for today. If you'd like to see more Tag Tuesdays, Bethy wants me to show you her picture before we go. So she has a butterfly on it. She's put all the colors of the sunset in. She's got 2 big gray snow-capped mountains, and she has 3 turtles in the ocean. I think she did a marvelous job. So right here in this video, I'm going to put in a kind of an insert. So I've done the draw for last week's video. I did the random comment generator, and the winner of this tag from last week is Lynn Wilson, and it's the second time she's won something from me. So congratulations, Lynn. I have your address. I believe I have your address. If not, I'll contact you. But I will be sending this out to you. And I still have these 2 tags. Now, I haven't been contacted in any way by the winners. The first one, this Spring is a State of Mind with the Julie Nutting doll and the butterfly and these gorgeous purples, was way back from the end of February. And the winner in the comment generator for this one was Lady J Crafty 2016. I now have a email address that is just for my YouTube, and my Facebook, and it is mycraftyden@outlook.com. So that's easy enough for everybody to remember. It's mycraftyden@outlook.com, and I will put that in the description down below. And I haven't gotten any comment from the winner of this one either, which is Red in the Valley, and she was the name that was drawn for this one. So congratulations, Red in the Valley. And if you contact me, send me your mailing address, please, at mycraftyden@outlook.com, and I will get these tags out in the mail. Now, I'm going to start from here on out doing something different. So if these tags are not claimed by the end of the week, then I'm going to put them back into the stash, along with this one that I did today. And this is cute. I really like this one. I think it's adorable. So anyway, it'll go back in the stash along with this today. And I'm going to start doing something different. I am going to start doing a once a month giveaway, a standard giveaway. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a list, just keep a list on a sheet of paper. And I'm going to number the comments. So I'm going to start with all the videos that I've made in March, and I am going to write down the comments from each and every video. And so if you comment on every video, your name will go down numerous times. So the more you comment on videos, the more often your name will go in. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to take all those names that are numbered, and I'm just going to randomly generate a number there. And then I am going to put together a little bundle, and when I give the winner's name, I will show what they've won each month. And I am going to put in some of my homemade items. So I'll put in, you know, a tag or maybe 2 tags and a few ATC cards. And then I'm going to add little bits and pieces of things that are really nice for either journaling or planning, or just for mixed media. Like I might put in one of these wooden cutouts and a couple of butterflies, some of these beads. I could possibly put in some of my homemade butterflies that I made, the paper butterflies. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Bits of paper, maybe some blank ATC cards or a blank tag so that you can create your own. But yeah, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do it every month. And I think I'll do it every month from here on out. So I explain in the next tag video where I got the idea from, and how I came up with the monthly draw. So I do think it's an awesome idea. It just makes me happy to think that I can do it. So if you like this video, everybody, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and share. That helps my YouTube channel tremendously, because it lets YouTube know that you enjoy the kind of content that I'm putting out there. And please, if you're not already part of my YouTube family and you would like to be, then don't forget to subscribe, and I'll put a link right there. So thank you, everybody. Bye-bye for now, and have a great day.